Hi, Kevin. Hi, Curtis. Hi, Josh. Alex. All right, so more people got it. So -3/5 is roughly 0.6, right? Well, it's actually exactly 0.6, -0.6, but it doesn't matter. Just put on the middle. I want it to be less than or equal to, so I'm gonna use the dot or the bracket, doesn't matter. And it less than, so it's gonna face to the left. Face to the left, like that. Actually, I forgot to write the interval notation. If I would write interval notation, it would be from negative infinity, right? It's start from negative infinity all the way to -3/5. And bracket, right? Because we include -3/5. So that's okay. Can someone tell me how do I write interval notation in number 1? Good. So bracket, right? Bracket. Interval notation. Bracket. -3 to infinity. And at infinity, you always use parentheses. Because if I tell you 1 million, you say 1,000,001, right? This is never exact number, so we always use parentheses. Number two. I'll do number 2. Two-fifths, 2.5. And it's less than 2.5. Now, if it's less than, and it does not have the equal sign with it, that means 2.5 does not include it. You get close to 2.5, but you never quite at 2.5, right? So 2.5, x is less than, so it's gonna be to the left, right? X is less than. So that means at 2.5, I'm gonna use hollow dot. So here, let me put a little, maybe I'll use yellow. Yeah. 2.5 is not included. Well, we're gonna use hollow dot or parenthesis. No parenthesis, as you can see that. So maybe I'll make a different color. Bad choice. There you go. Yeah, better. All right, 2.5. So everything that up to 2.5, right? Do not tell 2.5. You don't want to highlight the 2.5. It's not included. Go up to 2.49999, right? And if I write interval notation, it will be from negative infinity to 2.5. And parenthesis at 2.5 because we're not included. So that means same thing with number 1 or number 3. Instead of the hollow dot, I can replace it with what? With a parenthesis, right? Facing left. like that. Why don't you try? Why don't you guys try number 1 and number 3? I'll do number 2. You guys try number 1 and 3. People from the chat, if you can put your answer number 1, number 3 in the interval notation and send it to me, it'd be great. So I can see you. Let's see what they have. Alex is the number 1. That is 4. Thank you. Thank you, Haya. Thank you, Alex. Curtis, good. Number 1 is correct. Oh no, number 1, you have it backward. Because x is less than or equal to -4. Number 3, not quite. Not quite. Okay, all right. So, but thank you. So number 1, x is less than or equal to -4. Right. So -4 is right here. There's equal there. So I'm gonna make it solid. Less than, so it's gonna face left. Like that. Higher. Okay. All right. We'll see higher. Let's see. So the interval notation will be from -infinity to -4 bracket. By the way, you should always go from smaller to larger, right? Always go from left to right. A lot of people do this. They do from -4 to -infinity, just because they hear infinity, they just kind of put it behind. But -infinity is smaller, right? It's smaller than -4. So you make sure you always go from the left. Number 3 is x is being sandwiched between -1 and 10. So -1, it is not include -1, so hollow. and then less than or equal to 10 is the 10 is included, so solid. And again, because like I said, it's being sandwiched, so everything between -1 and 10, right? So when you see something like that, I mean everything between whatever number you given. All right, so if you got number 1 correct, give yourself a bonus check mark. If you got number 3 correct, give yourself another bonus check mark. So far, so good. Right, so this just review. We prepare this for something bigger later. Okay. Compound inequalities. Now, if it is English class, what is compound word? They taught you this like in 2nd grade or something, I think. That's what my son learning right now. Compound word. What's compound word? Yeah, the many words usually 2 words together, right? So same thing with inequality. Compound inequality is 2 mathematical statements put together, right? So definition, compound, I'm just gonna say, I don't want to rewrite it, is a mathematical statement. How do I say it? The mathematical statement that composed, that is composed of 2 smaller, 2 little mini statement, 2 smaller statement. I think I have a better definition on my prepare note. Let's see. Okay, how do I? No, I don't. Oh, I don't have it. I don't know where to go. Okay, it is composed of 2 smaller statements. With either the word and either the word and or. Okay, so and means.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Are there any like not equations, like this, not this, in this kind of situation?
Yeah, that's the discrete math. Yeah, you see it when you go take the math with Dr. Chang. Yeah, it's discrete math. It's harder than this, way much harder. Okay, now let me ask you a question, Mike. What kind of movies you like?
Me?
Yeah.
I like, Marvel movies.
All right, Marvel. So say adventure. Yeah, Avengers. Doctor Strange just came out, right? What else?
I like.
Let's say Marvel.
I like old movies, black and white.
All right, it's classic. Right. Do you have any particular?
Old. I'd say Akira Kurosawa. So.
Yeah, okay, someone else.
You don't know about that.
Yeah.
Old Japanese.
Oh, okay, it's a classic movie. Anything else? What show you like? What kind of show you like?
TV show.
Mhm.
I like. Such a hard question.
I know.
Anything on Netflix.
Let's go. You think about it. You still owe me one question. Devin, what kind of movies do you like?
I like
Musical. Any specific?
Pitch Perfect or
Yeah, musical. What kind of TV show?
I like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy. Anything else? How do I spell anatomy? Did I say it right? I write so much math thing and just forgot how to spell, and the autocorrect's not helping. All right, me. See, I like The Office. I like The Office. I like Friends. Friends. Oh, Friends. I like Marvel movie. Marvel. So if I have to pick between, say, Mike and me, there's me. Sorry, I just couldn't go for the whole through class. Mike and me. So what do we like? What is the common common ground for us here? Marvel movies, right? It's just Mike and me, Marvel movie. What about Mike and Devin? Let's say I have enough space. Come on, move up. Mike or Devin. Mike, I'm trying to move this up so I can have some more space. There you go. I'll use black. How about Mike or Devin? When you say or, that means either of you, either whatever you like together, right? So Mike is Marvel movie, classic movie, Marvel classic, and Devin is musical, Grey Anatomy, right? Grey Anatomy. So when you say and, I mean it's smaller subset, right? You have to choose what the common interest of both. But when you say or, it's like, you know, married couple. Before you married, everything bank account separate. After you marry, right? You have joint bank account, hopefully. So that's the point. Same thing with math. When you see and, you want to pick a common, the intersection. When you see or, you pick the solution of both. Right? So let's take a look at the first example. I have x is less than 5, and 5 and 0. So again, you have to put the number in order. So 0 come first, but it's smaller. And here is 5. Right? X is less than 5. So I'm gonna highlight. Oh, by the way, it's hollow dot, right? It's hollow. I'm gonna highlight everything smaller than 5, right? Up to 5. And then x is what? Less than or equal to 0. So I'm gonna make a solid here. Maybe I'll use blue, right? And everything up to what? Up to 0, right? Up to 0. So what is your intersection here? This is the intersection, right? That's your intersection. Yeah. So because and your solution, your final solution, let me write it in red. Your final solution is from negative infinity to up to 0, and it includes 0, right? So because that's the intersection between x is less than 5 and x less than or equal to 0. So far, so good. What about the second one? There's an or. So again, 3 come first, and then 8. You don't do scale. I don't care about the scale as long as you put the number in the right order. And then say I have y is less than 3. Y is less than 3. So up to 3 equals hollow. That means we're not including 3. And then it's greater or equal to 8. Greater or equal to 8. So because it's an or, the solution will be both of them, right? So your solution will be from negative infinity to 3, parenthesis for both, union, this means union, from 8, bracketed 8, because 8 included, to infinity. So let me make a little note here. We'll use purple. So note and imply intersection or imply like either solution. How that? Either solution. Right. Why don't you guys try number 1 and number 2? People from in the chat, you can put the answer in interval notation and send it to me.
You said 1 and 3.
1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. They're similar to number 1 and 2. Oh, done. Yeah, go ahead, 1 and 2. Similar to number 1 and number 2 I did. Not yet. Maybe you type in a little bit, take a bit time. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I'm sorry to interrupt. So I have a question about number 2, because it's got
Mhm.
X and Y, right?
Mhm.
So do you just graph them on the same line?
Yes, always on the same
Okay,
line.
so even if it's X or Y, doesn't matter.
No, they go Y, right? Number 2 they go Y. Y is just a variable.
Well, 2 is Y and Y, right? So I could understand that it's on the same, like, with the line. But like number 2 down below, like the second, the one we're just supposed to do.
Oh,
As
my
an
bad.
X and a
Oh,
Y.
sorry, excuse Y. Ooh.
Also Y and
Yeah,
Y.
my bad, yeah. Typo. Thank you.
So I was like.
Yeah, but let's pick Y.
Like you do it, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so X is greater than, let me see if somebody. All right, hey, number 2, negative to 0, union. Okay. And then Curtis, number 1, 11 to infinity. Okay, forgot the union. All right, so X is greater than 2. And X is greater than 2. Hollow at 2. And then X is greater equal to 11. You know, I'm gonna use red for both so I can see the darker shade. There you go. Better. All right, so the solution will be the intersection because and. So it's gonna be from negative, I'm sorry, no, I say negative, from 11 to infinity. Again, at infinity, you always use parentheses no matter what. 11 included, right? So bracket. Good. You got it right, give yourself a bonus check mark. What about number 2? See, y is less than 0. So it's at 0 hollow, at 8 solid. Y is less than 0 from negative infinity up to 0. And then y is greater or equal to 8. So from 8, shade it out. And because it's an or, you want to pick both, right? Or think joy bank account. So negative infinity to 0, parenthesis for both. And then union, right? Don't forget the union. 8 is included, so bracket 8 to infinity. Now, number 3, and does anyone have a question about number 1 and number 2? Let's see, Josh, thank you, Josh. Yeah, just make sure you put a U between the 2. Oh, you had it backward too. Supposed to be 0 to negative 50 first. But it's okay. That's why we practice. All right. Same thing with number 3, number 4. It's a little bit special about these 2 though. But again, it's the same. It uses the same principle. Right? Same thing what I taught you before. So I have negative 4, and then 2. X is less than negative 4. Less than negative 4. Hollow for both. Less than, so from negative infinity up to 4. And then X is greater than 2. Oh, darn it. I think I messed up. Give me a second, okay? I think I messed up the question. I messed up the question. Oh, I messed it up. Did I mess it up? See, 15 and 20. It's on 15. Okay, number 4 is okay. Number 3. Yeah, I messed it up. Oh, darn it. It's supposed to be positive 4, negative 2. Darn it. Positive 4. Sorry about that. Positive 4 and negative 2. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So let me put it here. So 2, negative 2 here, and then positive 4 here. So X is less than 4. X is less than 4. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it like this, so that you don't see that little minus. There you go. Positive. Okay, so X is less than 4. So like that, right? Like that, right? And then X is greater than negative 2. So from negative 2 to the right. And it's an or. It's an or mean think about or mean joining, right? So what is the solution here? Remember, or if you pick whatever you see the highlight on the number line.
Yeah, can you write it like you would an and with just like a parentheses, negative 2, comma 4 parentheses?
No,
Or are you
no.
looking for the statement like with the or where you would combine with the union?
Yeah, I'm looking for the solution, the final solution. And again, like I said, right, or mean whatever you see the highlight on the number line, that's your solution. Well, I see everything, right? So that means solution will be what? Yeah, everything, right? Because the highlight is cover everything. So the solution will be from negative infinity to positive infinity, everything. That's why I say it's special. it use the same principle, right? What about number 4? See, I got 15 here and I got 20. So x is less than 15. Let me see, and put hollow on at 15 and then solid at 20. Less than, so negative creeping up to 15 and then greater equal to 20. So from 20 to the right, it is an and. So you want an intersection. Do you see any intersection? No, right? So it's the same principle. So if you don't see no intersection, so that means the solution will be no solution, right? The 0 with the cross, that means empty set. It's got, if I gotta go back here, example of movie, say if I want to know what is the common movie between Mike and Devin, none, right? None, empty set, right? So far so good. Yeah. Okay, number 5 and number 6 is a bit more challenging, just slightly a bit more, not too bad. I'm gonna do number 5 and then you guys do number 6. Okay, so number 5, I need to isolate x. I need to know what x is between some number and some number, right? So the first thing first I'm gonna do is I'm going to distribute. So -4 less than or equal, -2 times x is -2x. And then -2 times 8 is -16, less than or equal to 8. Add 16, all 3 sides. Okay. So plus 16, plus 16, plus 16. Remember the equation, we add a number both sides. Here you got 3 sides, so you have to do 3 times. -16 and positive 16 in the middle cancel. -4 plus 16, that's positive 12. Less than or equal to -2x, less than or equal to 8 plus 16 is 24. Divide both sides by -2. When you divide by a negative number, what do you do? You flip the sign, right? Don't write this down, just listen to me on this one. If I say 2 is less than 4, that's true, right? If I divide both sides by -2, now the left hand side is -1, and then the right hand side is -2. Which one's smaller now? -2, right? So that's why we have this flip sign, right? Same thing when you multiply by a negative number. Again, don't write this down, just extra stuff. If I multiply both sides by -1, so on the left hand side now it's -2, the right hand side is -4. Which one's smaller now? -4, right? So when you multiply or divide by a negative number, unlike equation, inequality, they flip signs. So let me make a little note. Little note. When divide or multiply by a negative number, flip the inequality. When you add or subtract negative number, you don't have to. Just only when you divide or multiply. So I kind of flip this, but I'm gonna keep it in purple so we remember. Greater than now. Okay. Back to red. -12 divided by -2 is -6. Oh, by the way, this one is canceled, so it's just x in the middle. Right? 24 divided by -2 is -12. Makes sense, right? X. So now if you graph it on a number line, remind me, I need to say something about the quiz later before we leave, okay? If I forget, remind me. So -12 come first. Be careful. -12 is smaller than -6. And then solid bowl at both points. Again, if it being sandwiched between, what's the solution? When you see the sandwich thing, what's your solution? It's in the middle, right? Sandwich in the middle, right? Sandwich. So x is between -12 and -6. If it help you, some people will just did not like this. If it help you, you can change it into I'll use dark green. You can change it into -12 less than or equal to x less than or equal to -6. Is it better? No. Because -12 less than -6, so I put it on the left. It's the same thing, right? So the solution will be bracket -12 comma -6 bracket. Expect something like that on the exam. Don't be hesitate to ask me now. It's very much like equation. Instead of doing 2 sides, you have 3 sides. Right? And just watch out for the when divided or multiplied by a negative number. Is there any question from my Zoomer? Are you guys okay? Yeah. All right, you're quiet, so I assume that you're okay. Why don't you try number 6? Why don't you try number 6? Just if you get it wrong, that's fine. It's okay. I don't expect you to get it right because I haven't taught you, but I want you to try it out first. You know, get some critical thinking, get to work. By the way, I don't need the. Oh, by the way, the negative up to here. Okay, I'm sorry. Typo again. Try number 6. Anyone? What do you think, Devin? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this stuff in. Very good. How about you solve separately first? Separately. Solve separately, right? Is it or? We have 2 statements. Okay, so, yeah, but, you have the right idea. See what people got. Very good. Wow, you guys are fast on Zoom. Hey, hey, you got from 1 to 6. Okay, I don't know the answer. We'll see. Alex is, oh, Alex, you're gonna solve all the way, Alex. But yes, you got the right idea, Alex. But you may want to do a little bit more. Very good. Okay, so the left one, I have 2x minus 1 greater than 5. So 2x minus 1 greater than 5. Again, I want to solve for x, right? Remember, you want x to be greater than or less than something, right? So you want to isolate x. So add 1. Add first. So 2x greater than 6, divide both side by 2. It's positive, so we don't have to flip the sign. X is greater than 3. I don't know which one first, so I'm gonna solve the second one. I have negative, I'm rewriting this, negative quantity of 5x minus 7 greater or equal to 2. Now, if you see the negative in front of the parenthesis, that's mean what? That means negative 1 times, right? So that means there's invisible 1 there. And then when you distribute, negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x. Negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7 greater than 2 or equal to 2. Subtract 7, right? One thing at a time. I have negative 5x greater or equal to negative 5. Divide both sides by negative 5. Flip the side because we divide by a negative number. X is less than or equal to 1. So there are our two number, right? We have 3 and then we have 1. 1 first and then 3. And then at 1 is solid. At 3 is hollow. Okay, right. So one thing at a time. So x is greater than 3. X is greater than 3. So that means 3 to the right. Oops. And then the second statement say x is less than or equal to 1. So 1 to the left. And because it's an or. Right? You start out with an or. That means whatever you see the highlight on the number line, that's your solution. So the solution will be from negative infinity to 1, bracket at 1, union, what? From 3 to infinity, parenthesis at 3. So far, so good. Yeah. I know the problem is kind of long, but they actually compose of the little thing that we did before, right? Math is very much building a house. It's like a building block. You gotta know the stuff before in order to do the stuff later. That's why a lot of people say, I'm not good at math. No, it's not true, because a lot of time people in the past, they lost that knowledge. And because math is a building block, if you lost that knowledge, it's hard for you to build up stuff, right? To learn the stuff later, because it gets harder and harder. So everybody can do math. It's not bad. Do you have any questions? People from Zoom, do you have any questions? Let's see, so some new chat here. Yeah, hey, yeah, say, yeah. Oh, okay. All right, she forgot to divide by. Okay, all right. So expect something like number 5, number 6 on the exam. Example, solve the inequalities. Right, so very much similar. I think this one is easier than the one that we just did, which is called compound inequality. I'm gonna do let me do number 1 and 2 with you. You guys try number 3. So again, you want to isolate x, right? So I like my x to be on the left. So I'm gonna subtract 10x. Subtract 10x. Gone. 6x minus 10x is minus 4x. Less than 19. Divide both sides by -4. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just the ugly fraction. We flip the sign, right? So x is greater than -19/4. -19/4 is greater than, soft hollow there, greater than. And then don't forget your interval notation, which is -19/4 to infinity. What do you think I'm gonna do in number 2? What do you think I should do first? Yeah, yeah, this is 3. So 8y plus 3y minus 3 times 12 is 36, greater than 7y minus 28. And then combine like term, right? I have 8y and then 3y, that's the same term. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So 11y minus 36 greater than 7y minus 28. Again, you want to isolate your letters, right? So I can subtract 7y both sides. Gone. 11y minus 7y is 4y minus 36 greater than -28. I'm going to move my constant to the right, just like how you solve equations. So add 36. So 4y is greater than, is that 8, right? Yeah, divide both sides by 4. Y is greater than 2. Two hollow greater than, so from 2 to the right. Kevin, can you tell me how to write interval notation?
It'd be parentheses 2 positive infinity.
Yeah, thank you so much. Why don't you guys try number 3? In the meantime, I'm gonna take attendance. Okay, so same thing, right? 9y, oops, I meant red. 9y plus 2y plus 12, distribute the 2, right? Greater than 5y minus 24. Add like term. 9y plus 2y is 11. Is this the same problem? No, okay. 11y plus 12 greater than 5y minus 24. Again, I want to move y to the left, number to the right, so subtract 5y. So that 11, oh no, 11 minus 5 is 6. 6y plus 12 greater than -24. Subtract 12. 6y greater than -36. Divide both sides by 6. So y is greater than -6. Hmm? Right, you got it all right. Give yourself a check mark. So -6, hollow at -6 to the right. -6 to infinity. Do you like this better than or the compound one? Which one you feel a bit more like the flow a bit more? This one, right? 'Cause it's similar to equation, right? Just be careful when you divide or multiply by negative number. Yeah, the compound, they're not bad. It's just remember, and mean something in common or mean together. All right. I want to show you something before I leave. I put it in 3.5. It's supposed to be. Of course, it took a long time. As you can see, that's my dog, Erin. She was. That's her after the Thanksgiving dinner. She's just lying there. Well, she likes to eat. She eats a lot. She's a bit overweight. She passed away 2 years ago. Yeah, she had a long life, 18 years. 18 years. Yeah, it's a long time. She very active despite her being overweight. She's pretty active. It's just she likes to eat. So nothing happened to her. Still getting a little chubby. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she was healthy up to the day she died. But yeah, that's my dog Erin. Little memory of Erin. All right, a few more things, then I'll let you go. You know what? I'll let you go now because you don't have to do this. This is extra. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna remove these problem on the homework, okay? So the homework on Moodle, maybe I'm gonna stop my share screen here. I'll say a few things and I'll let you go. Moodle. Where am I going? Oh, your homework, yes. So homework 6.4 is past due. We'll talk about that, Kobe. Don't worry about it. This week you have 3 sets of homework: 2.1, 2.5, and 3.5. I suggest you start it now. Do not wait. It's a lot of homework, right? You don't want to sort of wait till Sunday and then try to get it done. I'm very generous in terms of like grading your homework. So do as many as you can. Okay. Sometimes you cannot finish 100%. That's okay. But try your best. Okay. Don't just do like 1, 2 problems. Stop. Right? Of course, I'm not gonna give you a good grade if you do that. But try your best. Remember, I'm very generous when I grade your homework. Make sure you understand it. It's important for the exam. And start now. Don't wait. Tomorrow we have our first quiz. And for those people from Zoom, you guys have to be here. Except for Kevin, because he's my favorite. He doesn't have. I'm kidding, Kevin. Because you have a special situation. We'll talk about it. Yeah, if you Zoom, make sure you have your camera on. I need to see your station, right? But everybody else, you can come here. That'll be great. Now, exam. Can you come here on exam, Kevin? Okay, perfect. Because I'm really nervous when I practice people over Zoom. So yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so everybody, quiz is going to be covered section 6.4, 2.1, and 2.5. You're going to have 3 questions, 1 from each. Is that fair? So only 3 questions on the quiz, right? 1 from each. It'll be fast. I don't think in the past people don't see it. People find it is not challenging at all, as long as you do the homework, of course. All right, that's it. That's all I have. See you all tomorrow. Have a good one.
Sunday.
The 15, I don't know, 15, yeah, Sunday night.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Is it just, are we only doing the quiz tomorrow or are we doing no lecture after?
We have a, I'm not sure you want to, you say it again, what's your question?
Is it just the quiz tomorrow? Or are we doing also like another, going
no,
over
that's
another
lecture,
topic?
That's lecture.
Oh,
We
nice.
have that, yes.
Okay. Because I might be able to come in then for quizzes. I might be able to
Oh,
like change my shift
okay,
around.
hold on, guys. Should I do the quiz before or after? Before, okay, so you don't forget, all right. Before then. So you can come at night, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I think I can like change my
And then you
shift.
can leave if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Have a good
Mhm.
day.
All right, you too, Corey. See ya. See you, Mike.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks, Haley.
All right. Bye, Kev.
Bye.